So I'm late to the party, but it is what it is. Of course, you already know what I'm about to show you because of the title. So I finally decided to get a dash camera for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't do a lot of driving anyway, so whatever. But I don't know how I got cornholed into the dash cam game there, but just came out of whim. I just says, you know what, I don't have one, so I might as well get one. And of course, they come with all kinds of features, and some are better than the others. But I'm looking for a good budget one, so that's what I got. I got the budget kind. It's the highly rated budget kind. So this is the RedTiger, and this is one of the F7N models. This is the touch model. And it's 4K and all that other good stuff, even though the human eye can't see 4K anyway. But it is what it is, just in case you want to post it to YouTube or something like that. You know, you put it in 4K, and then by the time YouTube gets done screwing with it, you might be lucky if it's 720p. So let's open this up and check it out. And of course, you know, it's proudly made in China. Definitely a China address. Wow. And it's got the app control, it's got the GPS, it's got the Wi-Fi, it's got all the little jiggly bits that you would need and want, and 24/7 monitoring, and back camera, and the front camera, and the touch, and this, and that, and the G sensor, and the loop recording, and the parking monitor, and super night vision, and it just got all the bits, you know. Of course, then we got some accessories for it too, so we'll show them off too, of course. And of course, the little camera itself, that's in the bag. Of course, there's hundreds of videos of these things, of you know, the little itty bitty camera, and of course the little pull tag that everybody likes to get ripped off. And then there's one in the back. RedTiger Cam Good. Okay. Please read the manual before using. Do not bench test. Really? Of course, you need a U3 Class 10 micro SD card. So, luckily, it comes with one in it. It's I believe it's 32 gigabyte or 64. It's a Lexar, 64 gigabyte. We're gonna get a better one for it. Same kind of camera as a SanDisk for the like my little other cameras there, the house cameras, the high endurance card. And I'm gonna put it right up to the, I think I got 128 gigabyte card for it. And of course, we got to format the card before use, and set up the Wi-Fi, and set up the resolutions, and all of that other good stuff. And of course, then we get the sucky cup with the little GPS antenna that just clips on. Does it just literally clip on or slide on? This is all first-hand basis, so I don't know what I'm doing. I think it's just clip on, yep. Just slide it on. Slide it on and slide it off. So we got that kind, and of course, there's no pan, so it's either up and down to match your windshield. And you know, some people just love having the whole hood in the picture and stuff like that. You only need a little tiny bit of your hood in the picture. I mean, come on, people. I don't care what your hood looks like. Then we got some static sheets, and we got the usual destruction manual and that stuff. We got some more stuff in here. Nice box, though. A lot of these products, usually when you get a good product, they usually put it like an Apple type box, you know, nice heavy duty box. And of course we got the temporary slash, if it works, it's permanent install. It's your classic cigarette lighter power port adapter. It's got a USB port in the back, so you don't tie one up for that stuff. And to USB-C, so this is the more modern one with the USB-C. And you got the trim tool, wedger, stuff the wire in there and stick it in the headliner and along the trim panels and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then we got some clips for wire routing and stuff like that. And then we got the back camera for your back fuse, so when somebody rear ends you. And of course, it comes with 100 miles of cable, because, you know, just might need that kind. Of course, it's got its own little protector on there, and it's got the little VHB 3M adhesive, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to hardwire this one into the vehicle. So you need a hardwire kit. So I got that kind from RedTiger, and it's kind of like a universal thing there. So if you got mini fuses, but I don't have that kind. I got the mini 2s, so they got the extra long legs. Because I wasn't really paying attention to the listings, so I just got whatever. But that doesn't matter, because we can fix that. Of course, it comes with its own usual user manual. It's very simple. All it is 4 connections. You need to find a constant battery power, whether the vehicle is running or not. And then you need to find the accessory power. So it's key on only. So that's how it, however this little black box works, tells the camera that it's on running or battery power. So our yellow cable will go to battery plus, and our what's the other one? Red wire will go to our ignition, and then the black goes to ground, and then the USB connector goes to your camera. So that's easy. But I don't have that kind of fuse. Mine are a lot longer. They look long in the camera, but mine are about another, I don't know, 3 or 4 millimeters longer, and they're square on the bottom. So we'll just chop them off. And we might do some wire chopping, because we don't need all that goofy wire on there. So we need to go find a fuse box and stuff like that to test and probe, and refer to your user manual in your vehicle to find the appropriate fuse. Or you can just test which fuses are live all the time and which fuses are alive only at, you know, key on. And of course, I got some fuses for my type of vehicle, because I don't have that kind. I got every other kind but the unique kind that I got. So these are referred to as mini 2s. So you can see that, you know, it's the profile of a mini, but the legs are longer. So this is a good example of the, and of course they won't even fit my vehicle anyway, because you can see that they're a lot wider by a long shot. So I got them lined up in their offset. You can see, yeah, it's got 3 prongs. So wasn't paying attention, because I didn't look ahead of when I was buying it, of what kind of fuses that I got, you know. Not that it matters. So just in case I don't have Thanks for choosing. Stuff like that. I got a whole wiring kit because it comes. These things come in handy. So these are the little piggybacks where you can maintain your circuitry and add a fuse or add a circuit and stuff like that. So I've always needed these from time to time, so I got a little bundle of them. So these are my kind, the Mini 2. So if you don't know how these works, these things maintain the original circuit so you don't blow it up, because you don't really want to be adding like a T-tap, a fuse tap, because you're drawing power off that circuit. So the way these things work is that, your common battery input is common, and then you got a leg for your add a circuit, and then you maintain the circuit for the fuse that you're sucking power off of. So in reality, the only thing that you're actually sharing is the main input from the battery or your accessory when key on, and then you maintain the circuit integrity for the rest of the circuit. So these are the best kind. I have used the other kind where you got this little tab coming off the fuse itself. So that's that for that little section. And then we got one little accessory that I just happened to stumble across, is that during the daytime you get that daytime camera glare where you blind the camera. So I got a little polarizer lens for the camera, so gives you a better picture quality. You don't get, unfortunately you probably could cob one up for the back camera, because that's really susceptible to glare, especially from the headlights and stuff like that at nighttime driving. So and this is what it is. It's a polarizer lens for your camera. I'm not a stranger to the polarizer. I actually got one for the microscope, so it doesn't when you get the glare off the circuitry and stuff like this. And this is very simple to put on. So you're going to say, well, it's round. Well, the backside is square, so it fits the square head, and that's all it is. Just push to fit, and that's it. You're done. Now you get the best picture and stuff like that. So we got all the jiggly bits. All we got to do now is put it in. So don't really know how much I'm going to film. Maybe I'll just do a little overview of what it all looks like, and then of course I'll have to go burn gas and go for a little ride. Maybe we'll go through a car wash or something like that. Maybe we'll go on a 60-80 mile circle trip or something like that. I don't know. So stay tuned for the next segment. Okay, the RedTiger dash cam is installed. As you can see, it's where most dash cameras are. They're somewhere around the rear view mirror. And on my particular setup, I got the lens directly in the center of the vehicle, or almost a little scooch over to the drinker side. So that is where that camera is, and the wires go up along the black portion, and there's a piece of trim for the rear view mirror. So I got them running alongside of them, and then the rest of the wires just go up along the headliner here, and then they come across here, and then this is where it splits off. So going down is the power line, and continuing on all the way to the back along the rubber trim, and then along that piece of trim, and that's where all the excess wire is hidden behind. And then it continues on to the back. I gotta hide that a little bit better, but that's here or there. So since this vehicle has a sliding rear window, can't put the camera exactly there in the center of your screen, or there in the center of your screen, because that's the slider, and the slider comes this way. So it continues on, and there is the back camera. So that's where that lives. So pretty easy installation for this particular vehicle. And then we'll come back over here to the power side. So the wire runs all the way down here till it meets the fuse panel here. Gotta tuck this piece of trim in. Then the wires continue on down, and then they come out here. So here's the magic box for the camera, to power the camera. And then we have our ground wire here. So that's where our ground is hanging out. And then we have our accessory wire, which is this one. So this one is the key on wire, and I got it to the fuse box here. So there's only I think there's only 2 fuses in here that are key on only. So it's this one, and I think there's 1 or 2 others in here. But I picked the highest amperage fuse I could find in this particular one. So when I tested for voltage in this particular vehicle, of course, this side of the fuse ADA circuit here, for this one, all the live battery power is on top of this connector here, or this fuse tap here. So across the line here, all the fuses, if I can do it better here, so everything on top of the fuses, that's all live power or key on power. So when you're connecting to these things, you want to have this side of the fuse tap holder here always to the battery side, and then this is of course your wire going out to the camera. And so this is a key on. This one's constant power. So again, the top part of this fuse holder is always live. It's the common bus rail, I should say. And then these 2 here, your top fuse, or the one that's in line with the wire here, that's always your ADA circuit. And then the bottom fuse here is your vehicle original equipment fuse. So that's how I have that wired. And conveniently the fuse box is here. So that is currently running and doing its thing. So really all I got to do now is in time I'll put one of these high endurance cards in it. This one's a 256, because these things are designed for constant rewrites. So I'll put that in there. So that's it for the installation of the RedTiger dash camera here. So maybe in another video I'll put some videos up on this little guy and see how well he looks riding around, you know, when you get this perspective. And you get to see everybody's license plates and you know, general mishaps and red light runners and all other good stuff. So that's it for the RedTiger dash cam. We'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.